Today we're going to do something a little bit different other than the horses. I want to talk to you about a little bit of security. Somebody came onto the farm at night. The gate was locked out front. I always lock the gate at night. Somebody drove into my neighbor's driveway, turned right off of his driveway, right through his front yard, around the side of his yard, and drove around to access my property. When they accessed my property, they drove all the way to the back of the property, back to my shop. It appears they got out and walked around, and then they exited through my other neighbor's property. So everything out front is fenced, but I don't have my sides completely fenced. We, joined directly with the neighbors. They literally drove in one neighbor all through my property and then out the other neighbor. They didn't touch anything that I can tell. They didn't steal anything. They didn't damage anything. They didn't hurt anything. But what were they doing here and why were they here? And so I immediately put up my game cameras. I didn't catch anything on the game cameras for the next few weeks. One game camera kept shutting off. So what I did is I ended up buying a cellular camera because I do not have Wi-Fi out here. So I bought a cellular camera. I bought a Reolink GO PT. And PT stands for pan tilt, and I'll explain that in just a minute. But it runs off a cellular service instead of Wi-Fi, so you have to have a SIM card to go in it. It comes with the solar panel to power it. It comes with a lithium battery that's already installed in it, so it doesn't take much to keep that battery charged at all. It comes with the SD card, a 32 gig SD card, and the only thing you got to do is provide a SIM card based on who the service provider is in your area. Well, I didn't want to buy a phone service. I didn't want to have text and data and all that. Text and voice. I just wanted data. And I couldn't find anybody that would just give me data. And I had tried a company called Freedom Pop. Everybody online was saying, use Freedom Pop. And I had nothing but trouble out of it. Nothing worked with them. I tried 2 different SIM cards with them, and I ended up reaching out to Reolink. And Reolink actually reimbursed me the money for the money that I spent on those SIM cards, which I thought was pretty nice. They're a Chinese company, so you can't talk to them on the telephone. You talk to them via email, but they very, fluent in English and very friendly. They told me to use an EIOTClub SIM card. And so what I did is I reached out to EIOT SIM card because I couldn't find them in the stores or anything. Turns out they're an international company that all they do is provide data. Their SIM cards are free. You don't have to buy them. You just have to request them. They send them to you. And it's just a plug and play. You just put it in your camera. And they're made especially for game cameras, cellular cameras, different types of things. I'm going to go on the website and show you about them. Here's their website. And what they support is solar cameras, trail cameras, 4G routers, smartwatches, and pet trackers. And then you can get your SIM card. You can buy them for $5, but if you request them, they'll send them to you for free. If you refill it, you can go to their platform to refill. You got to type in your CCID number. Here's their plans. So they recommend the 24 gig 360 day for $100, camera like mine. So that equates to $8.33 a month. My camera's been up for a couple of weeks now, and I haven't even used a gig yet. I've used 55.24 megabytes. There's their coverage maps. You can see their pretty extensive. It's wherever there's cellular service. It's mostly for AT&T and T-Mobile in my area, but I'm not sure about elsewhere. It's just a brief picture of stuff that they support, but I already told you. Here it is mounted. I've got it 9 feet off the ground. They want it 7 to 10 feet because of the sensor that's in it. It needs to be at the correct angle to pick up out in front of your target area. So I've got it 9 feet, like I said. Solar panel is plugged in. And the antenna over there is a cellular antenna picking up the signal. I've got it up underneath the eave of the roof here, so it's staying out of the weather. And I realize that the solar panel is in the shade, but it only needs 2 to 3 hours of sunlight a day. And in the morning, the sun comes up from over here. So you get 5 hours easy, if not more. So I just put the excess cord up on top and zip tied it up there. The camera itself will rotate 355 degrees and it will pan 140 degrees. And anytime something walks in front of the target area, you get an alert on your telephone with a 10-second video. So now if somebody comes onto the property, they're going to get recorded for 10 seconds. As long as they're in front of the camera's going to record them. The other thing is it records sound. And you can actually live stream if you wanted to. You could follow them around on the property or follow an animal around on the property. And you can move it wherever you want. So if I was having foals in here, I could mount it up in the top of the barn. I could watch and monitor the girls while they were foaling, or know when they were starting to foal, so I would know when to come out. You can just put them anywhere you want. It just doesn't matter, just as long as you've got cellular service. You can permanently mount it by screwing them up and mounting it on the mounts. But if you just want to do a temporary thing, like if you wanted to monitor your garden, say you had a garden and something kept coming in and eating your garden at night, or digging up your bulbs, or digging up your seeds before they grew, or whatever the case may be, you could put the camera out at your garden. And if you didn't want to mount it permanently, you could just strap it with the belt that comes with it, leave it out there for a couple, 2-3 nights, and figure out what's coming in, how many are coming in, and what time they're coming in, and what do you need to do about it. And then you can take the camera down and go put it back on the permanent mount or whatever. So far, it's working out real good. I haven't had any problems with it yet. I'm getting alerts only when I'm here. When I'm walking in front of the camera, which is good. I'm not getting any deer or any dogs or any cats or anything. It's just me. Excuse me. So I'm real pleased with it so far, and I'm going to continue to use it. And if I like it, then what I'll end up doing is purchasing another one for the front gate up there. Because the houses are about 1,800 feet from the shop, and it's darker than the inside of a cow out here at night. And when you're 1,800 feet from the houses, and you can be doing anything you want, nobody's going to know you're out here. So that's why I've got it mounted back there. But like I said, if I like it, I'll purchase another one, because I did not get this for free. I purchased it and it was $248. They did send me the SIM card for free, but I had to purchase the plan. So if you're needing some security at a mountain property, a beach property, just rural farm property, or on the back of your property where you may not have Wi-Fi, I hope that helps. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.